what do we do to improve lead generation? When it comes to marketing and selling to CTOs and CIOs, the most important way to improve lead generation is to first make sure that your definition of a lead is the same as the rest of your team. Because people that work in marketing technology and sales enablement have different categories that describe different kinds of contacts in your CRM, your customer relationship management system. And a lead is usually pretty early stage. As someone hits a certain threshold where they've shown some fit and interest regarding qualification, that lead will often be advanced to what's called an MQL, or a marketing qualified lead, as someone from the sales team manually reviews that and decides that, oh yeah, this looks pretty good, we're going to accept it. So it's sometimes called a sales accepted lead, an SAL, or a sales qualified lead, a sales accepted lead, or sales qualified lead. That's another level down in the funnel. And then once someone from your sales team has met with them and determined that, oh yeah, this looks really good, there's for sure a deal to be done here. And based on my initial conversation or two, I'm going to guesstimate a forecasted close date. I'm going to guesstimate a forecasted deal size. That's when it advances to opportunity. The challenge is a lot of people use all of these terms interchangeably, when in reality, a lot of times people are confusing, and what they really mean is they want to improve their opportunity generation and not just their lead generation. However, to do this right in today's marketplace, to be able to arrive as early as possible, as often as possible, with the right people, so that you're seen as a trusted advisor, and educator, and a subject matter expert, even if that means dismissing your immediate interests of trying to put everyone immediately into a sales process where you can close them in X number of days or X number of weeks. No, you need to meet them where they are. And many times where they are is they know they have a goal they're trying to figure out, that if they get right will get them a big promotion. They know they have a challenge or a bunch of stressors that are driving them nuts, that are ruining their nights and weekends and ruining their work-life balance and really annoying their family because their vacation is snatched away from their having private, quiet enjoyment with their family. So once you have consensus on that, it becomes a lot easier to develop a editorial calendar, an events calendar that's delivering just outrageous levels of value throughout the full buyer's journey. But it's really important in order to get good opportunities in this market, you need to be in early. And you need to be able to really be seen as the go-to expert, so you can educate and build trust with them throughout the full buyer's journey. So by the time that lead is advanced all the way to opportunity, you've tremendously stacked the decks in your company's favor. And it's also equally important to recognize that 28 touch points, the couple dozen touch points between complete stranger and purchase, is a really big deal. A lot of companies in and around the data center industry invest very aggressively in field marketing and event marketing. What this means is someone can have an amazing experience at a conference where you had a cocktail party one evening, or a golf tournament, or a cabana party, or something like that, or even gave a great keynote or a breakout session or something like that. As impactful as that is, that's just one of 28 touch points. That means there's 27 more things that person is going to do between complete stranger and when they purchase. So the question is your company prepared to be in a lot more of those touch points, or you're leaving it to chance that they might come back? The leaving it to chance that they might come back is a pretty risky proposition, because no matter how great that experience is, there's a really good chance that they're not waiting till next year's conference. They're not going to wait 364 days. So we need to figure out a way to continue educating and building trust with them long after that event is happening. And that's a problem that I've been working with some of the biggest event companies in this industry on for the better part of a decade now. And some companies do well at it. Some companies are doing an abysmal job at it, and they're basically throwing $1,000 bills or $10,000 bills literally through the shredder when they go and participate in some of these events. You need a plan for how you're going to engage and segment and stay in front of and build relationships with these folks over time, if you really want to be able to truly monetize from lead to sales qualified to opportunity and ultimately to new client. And then there's a whole separate kind of lead generation that comes up post-purchase, where your account managers, your customer success get involved with onboarding, with helping your new clients get from initial value to intended value to extended value to introducing them to other products and services that you have available, all the cross-sell, upsell, expansion revenue type of stuff. So that's a completely different kind of lead generation, a different deals board. But nevertheless, it requires a lot of the same thought process of understanding what it takes to help them achieve their milestone, developing a content strategy, developing an event strategy. So this is why it's so important to be able to segment based on who they are and where they are in the journey with your company, if you want to be able to knock it out of the park with lead generation.
The data